What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. I'm Stanley7. If you're new to this channel and if you love outdoors, then you'll like this channel. So, this is a new little series that I'm doing. It's called Story Time. I'm about to tell you a story that is in reference to my past of a fishing experience that I had as a kid. It might be interesting, it might be fun, you might be able to relate to it. So if you have a fishing story that you could relate to with this story, comment below, let me know. So let's jump into it. What's happening, baby? Living the dream! Yeah! My story is gonna start off. This story happened to me when I was probably somewhere around 10 years old. My grandfather, he built me a full custom John boat. It was maybe like 10 foot long. It was wood and fiberglass. I remember I had a 8 horsepower Yamaha motor on the back of it, and we was out camp, and I was like 10 years old, I remember, and it was pretty cool. I wanted to go fishing, so I remember this day quite well. I wanted to go fishing. I got the boat loaded up, got my tackle box, I got my fishing pole, I got my net. I was ready. I was going fishing. I was determined I was gonna go fishing, and this was the first time that I went fishing by myself. Alright, so I'm all loaded up, I'm ready to go, and this is the first trip I'm going fish by myself. So I head out, I jump in the boat, and I'm heading out there. So I get maybe 5 minutes away, and the motor just kills. It just absolutely just stops. Boom. I'm floating in the water. So I was taught to check to make sure the fuel, the little ball on the fuel line, was hard. So I squeezed it a couple of times. It was hard. I pulled the choke on the motor. I started cranking. I cranked maybe 2-3 minutes. That felt like I cranked for like 30 minutes. Well, that didn't work out. It didn't want to start. Made sure the kill switch was on. You know, sometimes they come off. So I remember I checked that. So I had my paddle. So I started paddling. But the current was going the opposite way. So I had a head current. I was fighting the current. So I paddled myself towards the bank. Well, once I got on the bank, I had a long rope. So I figured I'll just drag the boat along the shore. So as I walked, started walking along the shoreline. Well, I mean real muddy. I live in the South. So when I mean I live in the South, I mean the mud, like if you step in the mud, you're sinking. It's like quicksand. So I'm sinking. I'm walking along the shore, and as I'm walking, there's a animal that pops out the bush. It's called the nutria rat. It jumps out, and I'm a little startled. I'm a little shaken up. I'm like, oh man. So remember, I'm only like 10 years old. So I'm like, man, dude, what's going on? So I keep on walking along the shore and pulling the boat. I just get to a point where I'm tired. I can't pull no more. I'm tired. So I tied the boat off against a little brush tree. So I keep on walking. I remember I rode in this boat maybe 5 minutes away, doing probably 10 miles per hour, so I'm a good little ways away. So I keep on walking. And finally I get to the camp. But then this is another situation. The camp's on the other side of the canal. And man, I'm like, what I'm gonna do? Well, I can see my grandpa. I can see people at the camp, you know. I start yelling and everything, but it's gonna be kind of hard for them to hear me because at the camp we have a generator that's running. I don't know about y'all, but if you ever been around a generator, it can get kind of freaking noisy. Especially we had one of those old Detroit ones that spill all kinds of oil. I don't know if you know about Detroit diesel motor, but those things spit a whole bunch of oil. But besides the point, so I'm yelling. They don't see me. I keep on yelling. Then finally my grandpa sees me. So they come across the canal with their boat, come pick me up. I tell them the motor stopped running, so my grandpa brings me to the boat. Steps on, checks the line, makes sure the fuel line bulb is hard, pulls a couple of cranks, it doesn't start. He looks at it for a second. The fuel line to the motor wasn't connected all the way. It was just barely snipped on. So the motor wasn't getting no fuel. Immediately, once he connected it, pulled it, boom, it started right on up. A lesson learned. Make sure the fuel line's connected all the way. So I had to learn the hard way. But I guarantee you from now on, I make sure that fuel line is connected all the way, y'all. Lesson of this story, I would have to say, is always make sure the fuel line is connected. And, you know, when situations occur like this, I learned, you know, don't panic, don't overanalyze something, just kind of keep your cool and everything's gonna work out. Don't panic. That's the biggest thing, is not panicking. You know, other than that, you know, no telling what I could have did. I was only a kid, but that lesson as a kid has taught me tons of stuff. I'm a grown man now, you know, and I still remember that. That's, you know, years and years and years back. So hopefully you like this. Let me know in the comments below what your story, if you could relate to this, or if you have another story or whatever. You know, any type of story, let me know in the comments below. If you want to watch one of my videos of me going out fishing, go ahead, swipe up, hit the link up above to the next video. Stay living the dream.